Welcome to this deep dive we've got for you. Today, we're going to be exploring something pretty interesting, and that is the influence of Hindu philosophy and mythology on popular Hollywood movies.
Oh, wow.
So, have you ever watched a film and noticed any philosophical or mythological parallels,
Yeah.
to like ancient traditions?
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, get ready to see some of your favorite films in a whole new light. Let's start with Avatar.
Okay.
Yeah, visually stunning film, but there's a lot more to it than meets the eye.
Sure.
The term avatar itself, right, is Sanskrit for incarnation, a concept that's often linked to the Hindu deity Vishnu.
Right. And Vishnu is often depicted with blue skin, just like the Na'vi in Avatar. But the connection goes deeper than just color.
Yeah.
Vishnu is considered the preserver of the universe.
All right.
And the Na'vi are fiercely protective of their world, Pandora.
Right. So both Vishnu and the Na'vi are guardians, in their own right.
Exactly.
What about the Na'vi's deep connection to nature, their deity Ewa? Could you explain how that ties into Hindu philosophy?
Sure. In Avatar, Ewa represents a universal consciousness that connects all living things on Pandora. And this idea resonates with the Vedantic concept of Brahman, the ultimate reality or universal consciousness that permeates everything.
So Ewa's like the embodiment of Brahman on Pandora.
Yeah.
And that makes their connection to nature more significant than just simple reverence for the environment, right? It's like a spiritual connection to the very essence of existence.
Precisely.
Now, I remember in Interstellar, spending time on that planet with intense gravity meant that time moved much slower relative to Earth.
Right.
So an hour on that planet could be years back on Earth.
Exactly. This concept of time dilation, where time runs differently in different realms, mirrors a story from Hindu mythology about King Muchukunda. And the story tells us that time flows differently in heaven compared to Earth. So what might seem like a short time in heaven could be centuries on Earth.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Now, let's dive into TheMatrix.
Yeah.
Another sci-fi classic that seems to tap into some pretty profound ideas.
Absolutely. The Matrix presents the idea of a simulated reality, a concept that aligns with the Vedantic idea of Maya. Maya refers to the illusionary nature of the material world, a world that often distracts us from the true nature of reality. So Neo's journey in the Matrix is all about breaking free from this illusion and achieving true knowledge.
And he's guided on this journey by Morpheus,
Yes.
who kind of acts as this guru,
Right.
offering Neo wisdom and guidance on his path to enlightenment.
Yeah. And contrasting Morpheus is Agent Smith, who represents ignorance and the ego. And he's constantly trying to maintain the illusion of the Matrix and prevent others from waking up to reality, just like our own minds can trap us in limiting beliefs and perceptions.
So The Matrix is not just about cool action sequences and special effects, but it's also a metaphor for our own potential to awaken to a deeper reality. But the film leaves us with a lingering question.
Sure.
If we break free from one matrix, are we simply entering another? It makes me think about, the limits of perception, right?
Yeah.
And the nature of true liberation.
It's a profound question, and one that Vedanta encourages us to contemplate. It's a reminder that the journey of self-discovery is an ongoing process.
Now let's go to Star Wars. Who would have thought that this epic space opera may have roots in Hindu mythology?
The parallels are definitely there. Princess Leia's rescue from the Death Star echoes the story of Sita's abduction in the Hindu epic, the Ramayana. Both feature princesses captured by evil forces and rescued by heroes, aided by these devoted companions that are part animal. In Star Wars, you have Chewbacca, and in the Ramayana, it's Hanuman, the monkey god.
And what about the relationship between Luke Skywalker and Yoda? Is there a connection there?
Absolutely. Their dynamic reflects the classic guru-disciple relationship, where Yoda guides Luke on his path to understanding the Force. This force that binds the galaxy together can be seen as a parallel to the concept of Brahman, the unifying energy that connects everything in the universe.
So George Lucas may have been tapping into some ancient wisdom when creating his galaxy far, far away and giving Star Wars this deeper philosophical layer.
It's certainly possible. Lucas himself has acknowledged drawing inspiration from myths and legends, stating that he was telling an old myth in a new way.
That's fascinating. It seems that even in the realm of science fiction, ancient wisdom finds a way into the narrative.
Indeed. These connections highlight how universal these philosophical and spiritual ideas truly are, transcending time and cultures.
Now let's dive into the world of dreams with Inception.
Okay.
This film's exploration of layered dreams, where each level represents a deeper state of illusion, is a visual representation of the concept of Maya.
Right. And Cobb's totem, the spinning top, is a constant reminder to question reality, just as Vedanta encourages us to question our perceptions.
And the film's ambiguous ending, where we're left unsure if Cobb is still dreaming, further emphasizes this point. It challenges us to, look beyond the surface level and question the nature of reality itself.
Exactly. It's a reminder that the world we perceive may not be the ultimate reality.
This deep dive has definitely given me a new perspective on these films. We've only just begun to scratch the surface of these connections.
Welcome back to our deep dive into Hindu philosophical ideas and Hollywood.
So we've already uncovered some pretty cool connections.
Yeah, like Avatar and TheMatrix. Our journey through the world of cinema continues. And we've got a few more films to explore, each one offering unique insights into these ancient concepts.
Okay, great.
So let's start with Samsara. It's visually stunning, spiritually evocative, and takes us on this journey around the world.
Yeah.
Samsara explores the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. And this cycle, this is like core to Hinduism and Buddhism, often referred to as samsara. Yeah. And the film's imagery is so captivating, showcasing all these diverse cultures and landscapes and rituals from around the globe. It really makes you reflect on the beauty and fragility of life.
That's true. And within this cycle of existence, we see how human actions and desires kind of drive us through this continuous process of birth, death, and rebirth. It's almost like watching the concept of karma play out on screen.
Right. Yeah. The film also highlights, the tension between our material pursuits and our spiritual yearnings. Like we see images of industrialization and consumerism, environmental destruction, kind of juxtaposed with these scenes of meditation and prayer and connection to nature.
Yeah. It's a powerful reminder of the concept of Maya,
right?
The illusion of the material world.
Exactly.
That can distract us from our true nature. So let's transition from the sweeping visuals of Samsara to the more personal story of Eat, Pray, Love.
Okay.
This film follows Liz Gilbert on her quest for meaning and healing after a divorce. And her journey takes her to Italy, India, and Bali, each location representing a different aspect of her transformation.
Right. And it's in the India segment where we see the clearest connections to Vedanta. Liz immerses herself in meditation and explores spirituality at an ashram.
And she also engages in bhakti yoga, the path of devotion, through chanting and prayer and surrendering to a higher power. So Eat, Pray, Love is really a journey of finding oneself. But what about the complexities of, family dynamics? Let's shift our focus to the Darjeeling Limited.
Okay.
This film follows three brothers who embark on a train trip through India after their father's death, hoping to reconnect with each other and maybe find some spiritual enlightenment along the way.
Right. And their journey, both literal and metaphorical, is filled with mishaps and these unexpected encounters and emotional breakthroughs.
Yeah. The train itself becomes kind of a symbol for the journey of life, with each stop representing a new experience, maybe a challenge.
Right.
The film delves into themes of grief, reconciliation, forgiveness, which align with Vedantic teachings on karma, and the importance of letting go of past hurts.
Right. The brothers initially approached spirituality in a very superficial way, looking for a quick fix for their emotional pain. But as they travel deeper into India, they begin to, shed their baggage and confront their true selves.
Now, prepare to set sail on an extraordinary adventure with LifeOfPi. This captivating story of Pi Patel, this young man who survives a shipwreck and finds himself on a lifeboat with a Bengal tiger named Richard Parker.
Right. And the film is a visual masterpiece.
Yeah.
Blending stunning special effects with a deeply philosophical narrative.
And his fight for survival reflects the challenges we all encounter.
Right.
Overcoming our fears, finding meaning in adversity.
Yeah. And the tiger, Richard Parker, embodies Pi's primal instincts and the untamed forces within us all.
Right. So their unlikely companionship on the lifeboat symbolizes the Vedantic idea of integrating our shadow selves.
Right.
Acknowledging the duality of our nature.
Right. Yeah. And Pi's practice of multiple religions, Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, reflects this Vedantic principle of respecting all paths to truth.
Right. This aligns with the idea that all religions are different expressions of the same underlying reality. And this concept is known as Sarva Dharma Sambhava. So when Pi relinquishes his need to control everything, he discovers this profound connection with the universe and this sense of peace amidst all the chaos. So from this vast ocean to a single room, let's transition to The Man from Earth.
The Man from Earth is a thought-provoking film set entirely in one room. It centers on a college professor who reveals to his colleagues that he's actually an immortal human who has lived for 14,000 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and the film unfolds as a series of conversations, exploring themes of history, religion, and the nature of truth.
So how does this guy's immortality tie into Hindu philosophy?
Well, his immortality can be seen as a metaphor for the Atman, the eternal self, that remains unchanged amidst all the constant flux of the material world. Yeah. And the film's focus on, critical thinking and self-inquiry aligns with the Jnana yoga path, which is seeking truth through knowledge and direct experience.
Right. So it invites us to use our intellect and our intuition to discern what is real and lasting from what is impermanent and illusory. So moving from this thought experiment to a more personal exploration of faith.
Okay.
Let's dive into Holy Smoke.
Holy Smoke follows Ruth, a young Australian woman who travels to India and becomes involved with a charismatic guru. And her experience raises these questions about the nature of guru-disciple relationships, the potential for manipulation in spiritual communities, and the importance of discernment. Right? So it highlights the fine line between genuine spiritual awakening and getting lost in the illusion of Maya. It reminds us that true spirituality is not about blindly following anyone, but about discovering our own inner truth. So we've seen a range of films that touch upon different aspects of Vedanta.
Yeah, it's really fascinating to see how these philosophical ideas kind of weave their way into such diverse narratives.
Right. And these films offer us this unique opportunity to explore these ancient concepts in a, contemporary context.
Right. It appears that Hollywood, which is often associated with just entertainment and escapism, may also be a gateway to deeper philosophical exploration.
Precisely. By engaging with these stories, we can gain a deeper understanding of, ourselves, the world around us, the nature of reality itself, but our journey isn't over yet.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive. We spent the last two parts exploring how Hindu philosophy, particularly Vedanta, has influenced Hollywood films.
Yeah, from Avatar to The Man from Earth.
Right. But let's shift gears a bit now and talk about how we can actually apply these philosophical concepts to our own lives.
That's a great point. Vedanta isn't just some, abstract philosophy. It offers some practical wisdom for navigating life.
Right. Like we've discussed, Maya, the illusion of the material world. We saw this in TheMatrix, right?
Right.
Where people were trapped, not even aware of the truth.
Exactly. And in our own lives, Maya shows up as our attachment to, external things, possessions, status, achievements. And we chase these things, thinking they'll bring us happiness, but they can leave us feeling pretty empty.
So how do we break free from this illusion?
Well, Vedanta suggests self-reflection through practices like meditation and mindfulness. By turning our attention inward, we can detach from those ego-driven desires and connect with a deeper sense of peace.
It's like choosing the red pill in the Matrix, right? A conscious decision to see reality for what it is.
Exactly. And this awakening can lead to a shift in our values and priorities. We might find ourselves less focused on material things and more focused on meaningful relationships, personal growth.
Speaking of meaningful actions, we talked about Dharma, righteous action. This was pretty prominent in StarWars. How can we apply that to our lives?
Dharma is all about living in alignment with our true nature and purpose. It's about acting with integrity, compassion, a sense of responsibility for others.
So our actions should be guided by this desire to contribute to the greater good.
Exactly. We can practice Dharma in simple ways, acts of kindness, standing up for what we believe in, making choices that benefit others.
Just like Luke Skywalker, right?
Right.
He used the Force to fight for a cause he believed in. We can all find our own ways to make a positive impact.
Absolutely.
We also saw the importance of faith and surrender in LifeOfPi.
Right.
Even amidst those huge challenges, Pi found strength by trusting in something bigger than himself.
Yeah. It's about letting go of control, surrendering to the flow of life.
But that doesn't mean giving up on our goals, right?
No, not at all. It's more about recognizing that some things are out of our hands and having faith that things will work out as they should.
So we got Maya reminding us to question our reality, Dharma guiding us to act with purpose, and faith encouraging us to trust the journey.
Those principles, they provide great guidance for navigating life.
And through exploring these films and the ideas they touch on, we gain this new perspective on our own experiences. So we hope this deep dive has made you curious and encouraged you to explore these ideas further. Remember, this wisdom is all around us.
It is.
Maybe you'll find new insights in your next film, or even just in your everyday life. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep seeking. Until next time.